Welcome to the Resilient Retail Game Plan, a podcast for anyone wanting to start, grow or scale a profitable creative product business with me, Catherine Eardley. The Resilient Retail Game Plan is a podcast dedicated to one thing, breaking down the concepts and tools that I've gathered from 20 years in the retail industry and showing you how you can use them in your business. This is the real nuts and bolts of running a successful product business, broken down in an easy, accessible way. This is not a podcast about learning how to make your business look good. It's the tools and techniques that will make you and your business feel good. Confidently plan, launch and manage your products, and feel in control of your sales numbers and cash flow to help you build a resilient retail business. Welcome to episode 15. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Catherine Eardley and I'm your host as well as the founder of the Resilient Retail Club. The Resilient Retail Club is my membership group for creative product businesses and you can find out more at resilientretailclub.com. Christmas! So that's it. Halloween is out of the way. The gloves are off, if you like. We are into Christmas proper. And what I wanted to talk about in this episode is all about Christmas promotions. Now, I've worked for some big names that were really into Christmas. I worked at Paperchase, for example, and if there's any business that has a Christmas peak, then it is Paperchase, let me tell you. Planning out the promotional strategy in a big retailer is something that happens probably months in advance at this point. And then at this point, it was really about executing the plan. But for a lot of small business owners, I know that it can feel very ad hoc right the way up into Christmas. It can feel like you're kind of constantly on the back foot or trying to figure out the best way to put together your promotional strategy. In an ideal world, again, you also would have planned this out maybe in September, put together a nice plan of how you're going to progress through the weeks in the run up to Christmas. But if that's not you and you're here the 5th of November and you're beginning to feel overwhelmed, then this episode is for you. We're going to be talking about how to put together a strategy that gives you a variety of different messages to talk to your customers about and helps you feel in control so that instead of arriving in December and feeling completely overwhelmed, you have got a plan of what your messaging is going to be week on week. So the first thing that I suggest that you do is, if you haven't done this already, take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, sit down with a piece of paper and a pen and just brainstorm all of the different Christmas related activity that you might like to do over the next couple of months. Take a think about what promotional messaging you'd like to focus on and why. So remember, your promotional messaging, I feel very passionately about this. When we talk about promotions, we're not always talking about discounts. It's not the same as a sale or a discount, although it may incorporate discounts as part of your message. Your promotional messages are the main topics that you're going to be communicating to your customers at any one time. So write down all your ideas. Once you start thinking through what you want to achieve for the Christmas period, you're going to come up with loads of different ideas. And if you're feeling stuck, here are a few ideas to get you started. You could, for example, do a promotion or a messaging sequence about the launch of your Christmas products. You could put together a gift guide that pulls in other independent businesses, for example, or maybe it just cycles through all of your products and explains the different people that you could be buying for. You could put together a gift guide for Secret Santa, gift guides for stocking fillers, for example. Those are all different ways that you could create your own messaging around how people can purchase your products as gifts. You could put a free shipping offer or a free shipping upgrade offer if you already offer free shipping. So for example, as you get closer to Christmas, a promotion could be about offering people free overnight shipping instead of standard shipping. You could put out messages which are all about the cutoff dates for last orders in time for Christmas. You could have an offer which is a gift with purchase. There could also be a charity offer, so where you've got a percentage of profits going to your chosen charity for a certain time. This has been used really effectively by some brands, for example, on Black Friday. Instead of offering a discount, they are offering that a percentage of all the profits are going to a certain charity for that weekend only. Giveaways are really popular. or a competition. You can have buy one, get one free offers, so multi-buy. And collaborative offers are really popular as well. Are there other small businesses that you could work with to pull together to create and promote a joint offer? So those are just a few ideas, and I'm sure that you'll have lots of others as well. Take a moment, brainstorm them all down, because what you really want to come up with is a variety of messaging that you can cycle through. And you want to, when you're considering the cycle of your messaging, you want to think about what is your customer going to be thinking about at this particular time. And as we move through the Christmas period, it changes. So one of the first things they think about, for example, are some of the bigger presents that they're buying. Typically, it would be Christmas party wear and Christmas activities, although sadly not this year. It may also be that they're thinking about things like buying their Christmas cards in bulk, ready to send out at the beginning of December. But the idea is that the messaging that you use, it's not the same message that you run between now and Christmas. It is a message that changes week on week. So, for example, again, around Black Friday or Small Business Saturday, that may be when you choose to do a discount offer or a charity donation, your upgrade to free shipping or upgrade to express shipping might come closer to the final cutoff dates. Your gift guides for gifting for loved ones may come earlier, and then stocking fillers may come later. So just take a moment to think about your life, how you shop during Christmas, how your mindset changes, what you're thinking about, and then use that to inform how your messaging will progress over the next couple of months. So once you've got your hit list of promotional messaging and you know what you want to achieve by running a promotion, then you start mapping out that activity. You want to avoid bombarding your customers in 1 week with multiple messages and then have a quiet week with no message in it. So that's why it's worth doing this brainstorm and then coming up with your, say, top 8 to 10 ideas, and then work out which week you're going to have that message in. As I said, mapping it out so that it makes sense as it flows through the season is really important as well. So then you can also map out what you want your promotional message to be for that week. What is the main topic, in other words, that you want to communicate to your customer? Also factor in your other communications. So, for example, if you have an email that goes out at a certain time, or you write blog posts at a certain time, then map those out too. So you know that, okay, this week commencing the 9th of November, then I'm going to be talking about this topic, and that's what I'm going to put into my email, and that's what I'm going to put on my social media. So basically everything works together. So each week has a theme, and then all of your communication is around that theme. Okay, so that's all in the planning. You've done your brainstorming, you've come up with all of your ideas, and then you've put yourself together a plan that flows logically throughout the season, that has a different message per week, and then gives you an idea of how all of your marketing communication can tie in. Another way of looking at your messaging, for example, could be based around your products. So we've talked about gift guides, but it could be that each week is a spotlight on a different product, for example. If you've got a fairly big range of seasonal products that you really want to promote and to give them each their own moment in the sun, as it were, then it may also work for you to have that as your promotional messaging each week. And as I said, using the word promotion to mean the main conversation that you're having with your customer, as opposed to a discount or an offer. Now, on that subject of discounting, this is something that I get asked about a huge amount in the run up to Christmas, and specifically around Black Friday. People often want to know what my tips are, my suggestions are around discounting, and whether or not I think it's a good idea. So I think that if you want to run a discount or a sale ahead of Christmas, then it's really important that you plan it out and you plan your timing carefully. So many businesses, for example, will plan a sale or a discount to fit around Black Friday or Small Business Saturday, for example. So the best way to think about your discounting, it's the same way as thinking about your messaging. Plan it out. Don't offer the same kind of discount repeatedly. If you want to have an offer of some kind, then think about all of the different offers that you can have, from a blanket discount, 20% off everything, to a multi-buy discount, so buy 3 for the price of 2, that kind of thing, and decide which ones you want to go for. I often say that discounts are like spices. A little goes a long way and it makes things interesting, but too much of it ruins everything. So if you're going to have discounting as part of your messaging at Christmas, I suggest you plan it out. You avoid that knee-jerk moment where you suddenly put a discount on because you see everyone else around you doing it. If you're going to do it very strategically, do it for a reason, and understand what it is that you are trying to get out of running this discount. So a blanket discount, for example, is going to be useful for pushing your overall sales. So if you have 20% off everything, 25% off everything, whatever that is without a doubt going to generate the most sales for you. And some businesses use this really effectively. They will have maybe 2 discounts a year, maybe Mother's Day and Black Friday. They save those discounts for that one particular event. They don't have discounts in between. And then when they do run a discount, because the customer recognizes that this isn't a regular occurrence, then they get a really big sales spike. So again, if you are thinking of doing a discount for Black Friday, I would suggest that you don't have any discounts in the run up to Black Friday at all, that it is a very clean message that everything's full price, and then you have a discount for a short period of time only. Again, to stress that you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Blanket discounts, as I said, are really good because they push your overall sales. But what they will do is they'll mean that your best-selling items, the ones that people maybe would have bought anyway at full price, they end up being bought at the discount as well. There are a few things you can do. You can exclude them from the offer, although the harder it is for the customer to get the messaging. So for example, the more they have to work to understand what's in the discount versus what's not in the discount, then the less effective it will be. You can even take them off your website for a short period of time if you know that you're going to end up selling out of stock of them. If you're selling them at 20% off and you know that you're not going to be able to get them back in stock. So think about, again, that blanket discount. If you're going to use that, I would suggest you use it for a really short period of time. It's not something that you run on for an extensive amount of time. That you really promote it, that this is a one-time only or very limited offer, that you don't do these promotions very often, and then that way you are encouraging people to buy from you right then. The other kind of offer that you can have is more of what I would call a stock clearance offer. So this is about you identifying the products in your business that aren't working and focusing your promotional activity around those. So in this particular instance, when we're talking about Christmas, the one thing that I would encourage you to do is to look at the stock in your business and to break it into different categories. So for example, you're going to have your everyday stock, the stock that you sell day in, day out. Some of that stock you're going to be absolutely fine with being left with in January. So you don't have to take any action against that if you don't want to. The stock that you're happy to be holding on to in January, if you don't want to run a discount on it, if you don't want to clear through it, then I suggest that you don't, because you're just selling it to the customer at a lower price than you might have otherwise sold it. The stock that you really want to be focused on is your seasonal stock. There's a phrase that I love, which is brown bananas, which basically speaks to anything that is going to be completely unappealing to the customer after a certain date. So for example, advent calendars, after the 1st of December, they're brown bananas. Dated diaries are another one. Christmas-related products. Anything with Merry Christmas on it after the 25th of December, nobody wants to buy it. So think about the products, or even the winter-themed products, or even the products that are specific to a certain time, and think about those ones. And if you have got extra stock of that, or you've got more stock than you think realistically you're going to clear through, those would be the ones that I would prioritize for your promotions. So you can see the difference then. You've got a 20% off everything promotion, which will certainly push your sales for sure. That is the clearest, cleanest promotion that drives the most sales, is a flat percentage off everything. But then in terms of what works for you as a business owner, the other alternative for your promotions pre-Christmas is to look at, okay, I'm not going to do it off everything, but I am going to take, say, 30% off products that I know that I don't want to be sitting on in January. These products are probably going to be the ones as well that end up in your Christmas sale. So if you do a stock clearance sale, so Boxing Day sale, that it's very traditional in retail is to have a clear out after Christmas. So if you plan on doing that, often what businesses do, big retailers do, is they will run promotions pre-Christmas on the products that they know they're going to be clearing in the sale because they want to sell through them, say at 30% off, which is a good discount. They know if they put it into a stock clearance sale, they're going to end up having to mark it down to, say, maybe 50% off, for example. So think about how the discounts can work for you as a business owner. It should always work that way round, that you use promotional discounts to encourage customer behavior, to encourage them to buy into certain products that you really want to clear through, so that you as a business owner can free up cash in your business that maybe is trapped in stock, too much depth, for example, in certain stock, and then use that to reinvest into your business in the new year. So those are my thoughts in a nutshell on Christmas promotions, is plan them out, have them in as part of your messaging week on week, but really think carefully about what you're offering. Do you want to offer a blanket discount, or do you want to focus it in on certain products so you can clear through those? Are you going to have a sale? So then think about that messaging and think about what stock's going into that sale. You don't have to promote all your products in the same way. As I said, you can treat the ones that you'd be happy to be still sitting on in January, you can treat those very differently to the products that you know that you really want to clear through, so that you're not sitting on too much seasonal stock at the beginning of 2021. And finally, just a note on preparation. So as I said, the benefit of doing all of this thought process now is that as we move into November and then into December, it just gets busier and busier. So anything that you can do now to plan it and map it all out is going to help you have a successful Christmas sales period. Once you've got your promotional messaging plan and your timings, then you've pretty much created your strategy. If you do have a little bit of time now, I know that a lot of people are already very busy, then think about creating some graphics. So creating your messaging graphics for each promotional activity, whether it's in Canva, if you use that, or whatever you use to create your social media graphics. Can you do a little bit of prep? Can you prepare those ahead of time? So when it comes to Black Friday, you can just roll out. You can even pre-write your emails if you've got time, or see if a member of your team has time to do it. So have a go at doing that. Have a go at planning out your promotional activity and doing whatever preparation that you can do. I know that we're very nearly there now at the beginning of November, but if you do have a little bit of time, anything you do now will help you as you move in towards that Black Friday time period. I hope that you found this episode useful. I would love it if you would come over to Instagram at Resilient Retail Club and say hello. I share a lot of videos and tips on a whole host of subjects, so it's always worth coming over and giving me a follow if you've enjoyed this episode. Why not check out my guide to stock management? We talked a little bit about stock management at the end there when we talked about the different promotional strategies for different types of product. If it's an area that you're interested in, I have a whole PDF all about stock management, and it's very easy to get your hands on. Just visit www.resilientretailclub.com/toolkits. It's part of my Scale Your Business Toolkit, which is a collection of resources designed to help you take your business to the next level. There are 3 toolkits. There's one for starting your business, growing your business, and scaling your business, and the stock management PDF is part of the Scale Your Business. They're completely free. You just pop your email in and you'll get sent it right away. So go check out resilientretailclub.com/toolkits. And do tag me on Instagram as well at Resilient Retail Club. Let me see where you are listening. Let me know your thoughts about the latest episode. I'd love to hear what your plans are for promotions for Christmas. Do also take a moment to rate and review the podcast. It really helps me so much with helping more people hear about it. And of course, if you subscribe, you will be the first to hear about new episodes as they are released weekly. And thank you so much for listening. Until next time, best of luck with all of your Christmas selling. If you've enjoyed this week's episode, then I invite you to check out resilientretailclub.com. The Resilient Retail Club is the membership for anyone wanting to start, grow, or scale a profitable product business. No more trawling Google trying to find the answers to your questions, or wading through general business advice that speaks mainly to service-based businesses. Whether you're still at the idea stage or you've been going for a while but want to get more focused and organised when it comes to your business, the Resilient Retail Club is the place for you. With a library of courses tailored to creative product businesses, several live sessions a month, and a supportive and active community, the Resilient Retail Club is the perfect membership to help you hit your goals faster. Check it out at resilientretailclub.com.